Okay. Hi, my name is Audrey Clark, and this is my presentation on Dr. Francis Collins and his effects on public health. So let's talk about it. Who is Dr. Francis Collins? He was born in Virginia on April 14th, 1950. He is married to a woman named Diane Baker, and he has one daughter who's named Margaret Collins. He was nominated and appointed health director over the National Institutes of Health, or the NIH, and he worked there from 2009 to 21 under Presidents Obama, Trump, and Biden, and he is the only person who has done this. He is a genetic physician, and fun fact about him is he was, when he was in the NIH, he was in a band with other NIH directors, and they called their band the Directors. He played guitar. So Collins, he did his undergrad at the University of Virginia, and then he went to Yale and graduated in physical chemistry, and later attended the University of North Carolina School of Medicine, and did his residency at the North Carolina Memorial Hospital. Let's talk about his connection to public health. Dr. Collins, before he served as director of the NIH, he led what is called the Human Genome Project, which is a complete mapping of the 20,500 genes in the human body. And they isolated those genes and focused on what they did. This quote talks about how they were able to identify genes that led to disposition to specific genes and things like that. So basically this allows us to recognize and predict early dispositions to some diseases. I thought it was cool that he was also involved in some early efforts to treat and vaccinate against COVID during the initial outbreak. This chart goes a little bit more into depth about the effects of his project. I'm not going to go super into it here because we don't have a lot of time, but if you'd like, feel free to pause and read those. So, why do we care? Because of his research, we can use prevalence and association studies to help link a certain disease to a certain gene. This can help us to predict if a person is predisposed to a gene, but also if they are genetically protected from it. And without Collins' efforts, we would lack significant understanding about genetics, and that would make it a lot harder to prevent certain diseases, and it would really set us back. I also added a picture of Dr. Collins in his band and with his motorcycle. If you're interested in learning more, here are the links that I used. They also contain several references that you can use. But yeah, that is my presentation. Thank you for watching. Bye.